Good morning, traders. This is Miss Mary. Tom is here in the house. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys showing up every time I am in live. We do have a FOMC meeting for Wednesday. It actually happens for, I think, 2 days meeting, right? That's a 2-day meeting starting tomorrow. Then Powell will announce if there's any interest rate cut on Wednesday. The market is already pricing 87%. So if he decides to cut rates 25 base points, then the market will just shrug it off. But if he says that the inflation is still sticky, then we may see a little bit of a dip in about 1% for big tech. But if he says there's a possible another rate cuts, then the market could actually react better and give us at least 2% for the indices. What is FOMC? FOMC, Powell discussed about the interest rate, monetary policy of the, and also US government economy. So that's why it's important to listen to those fundamentals, FOMC, CPI. Those things are important because it could affect your trading. Normally, when the market and when Feds talk, we normally just lay down, just wait for him until he finish, because the market could just be stagnant and waiting for his reaction. So once that is done, we'll see if the market is ready to price in. The market will just shrug it off, or are we going to see a rally or a dip? Let's see. Let me go ahead and share you my screen. I know it is 9:01, right on time. Everybody have a good Sunday yesterday? That's awesome. Everybody's talking about Netflix in the Discord, right? Everybody likes Netflix. Well, is it 72 or 75,000 billion dollar contract with Warner Brothers is not completed yet. If that completes, and hopefully Netflix will rally. And also, did we just had a not a reverse, a split 10-1? We did, right, Tom? I think we had we do have a split. That's a good, when they do like a split like that, that's actually good for them. Good for Netflix. That's correct. The government has to approve it. Hmm. Yeah, they're gonna own HBO, right? Netflix gonna own HBO if that happens. That Warner Brothers affiliated with HBO. Well, the government is the golden goose, right? They control everything. All right, let me share you guys my screen. Let's talk about first Netflix. Netflix is a good long-term hold, by the way. It's been reversing. They've been making so much money. They're becoming so popular and big. All right. So we had a split on the 17th. In reality, macro bullish, Netflix is bullish. This is just a possible short pullback. If this is really a strong momentum to the downside, it will just give us a massive candle, a bearish candle like this one, right? In order to change the structure of this bullish setup, we need to create or fall below $82. That $82, if we fall below 82.11, 82.31, if we fall below 82.11, then we created the first lower low. That changes the structure of of Netflix. Right now, this is if we measure the pullback or retracement of Netflix, this is $82. We're actually we just passed this 82. I mean the 61% Fibonacci retracement, which is the golden ratio, right? So, but if we reclaim back to that $100, at least $102, then we could see a possibility of an early reversal. Not confirmed yet. We have this inverse hammer. Inverse hammer is an early reversal to the upside, not confirmed. If we remain above the $100, above the body of the inverse hammer, then we could see Netflix backtest that 104, 102. It's not confirmed yet, right? In order for the daily structure to change to a possible reversal, if we create a higher high. So right now, the higher high has to be above 109.73. So if we create a higher high, because on the daily we have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So in order to change this structure, we need to create a higher high. So we're currently about 109 is the daily resistance. We're going to have a price action. We're going to see some type of resistance or hurdle between 107, 109. Create a new higher high, could possibly give us a new higher high, about 110. Then the next resistance that we need to surpass is that 114 to $116 right here. Inverse hammer, early signal to the upside, early reversal, not confirmed. We need to remain $100 above the body of this candle. Fall below that, we do have the support lies on, which we could backtest at $97 to $94, 94.95. Then we have 91.95 to 86 to $82, which is this is a weekly support for Netflix. Pretty strong support. Once again, fail to hold below 82 will create a lower low, changes the structure of Netflix. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on in here. If we look at our MAs, which is our 50, 100 MAs, we had fallen or dropped below the 50 MAs. We tried to retest, tried to reclaim back that $109, $110, but we failed to do so. We actually just retested it. If we fall $88, this is your 100 MAs, then it could backtest, definitely could backtest that $82. But if we look at our 100 MAs before, we did not fall below 100 MAs, but your 200 MAs is above. So this is actually a bullish alignment for MAs. You got 50, 100, 200, right? So that's bullish. On this scenario, this is different because your MAs, your 50 MAs, 100 and 200 is on the bearish structure. It's on the bearish structure, right? It's not fully aligned for a bullish move. But if you look at here, this was the starting point of the downfall of Netflix on here when we start having a death cross. We did try to retest, try to hold on to it, but fall and drop below your 200 MAs. On the daily, we do have a bullish divergent on the daily. That's why I'm holding on to it. We also have a death cross, which is there's a lot of bullish and bearish bias. So there's no confluence. There's nothing aligned for giving us more conviction that there is a reversal. The only reversal signals that I'm seeing is one on the daily candles, which is not much. A daily candles of the inverse hammer and a possibility of a bullish divergent, which not really confirmed as well. Let me see. The bullish divergent is right here. On this candle, when the price continued to fall, your RSI is trying to climb up. So this one is about 33.95 and the lowest low of that is about 31.72, give and take. So it's slightly a bullish divergence, pretty wide, right? In order to see a recovery for that, what I always do, which I've been always teaching each and every one of you guys, is to draw your trend line. Break out of that trend line, confirm your bullish divergent and a possibility of a early reversal. So right now, the mini goal is to remain above 100. If not, then you're going to see Netflix falling. When we start buying Netflix, if we see price action close to at least, honestly, this is going to be our indicator. See if there's any kind of reversal or a wick or rejection candle on the 100. Otherwise, we may have to start seeing 82. Not fully confirmed, okay? On the daily, let's go back again. We have those long MAs that I use. We have the 250, 325 MAs, right? We're holding on. We failed to hold above the 325. This is actually my last line of defense for Netflix, but it failed to do so. This is a wick stating it's a rejection on that 325. Reclaim about at least 102, then it's telling us, hey, we surpasses that 325, perhaps we could start moving. But we do have this trend line. This trend line is a bearish trend line, right? So if we break out of that trend line, then it changes to a possible bull trend. Then you're gonna draw your trend line here. If you guys follow Tori Trade, I think she does a lot of trend lines. I don't listen to her much, but I just saw her trend line because I do a lot of trend lines and I saw her. She does a lot of trend lines as well. I do trend lines as well because I was taught to draw trend lines. It changes the structures when it breaks above your trend line. It gives you extra confirmation, by the way. So that will be for Netflix. I'm waiting for recovery for Netflix. I don't want to buy on the dip because I don't want to keep buying the dip. I would like to see recovery. But if I see recovery on the $88, and then maybe that's my cue to enter. But if you're long term for Netflix, then perhaps when it's red, you buy the dip. But expect to possibly buy more dip when it hits to 82. But as long as it remains above 82, then that's good. It's safe. No reversal yet. Early is your bullish divergent and your inverse hammer on the daily, which it looks like it may fall. April 8, APLD still looking pretty good. If we do see a pullback of that, we're going to see reactions on that $29 to $28 possible pullback for Apple APLD. If not, if we remain above the body of this candle, about 31.22, then that's good. We actually would like to remain above $32 to see a more move to the upside. For TSLL, Tesla has been struggling to move higher. There is a strong resistance lies on that. This is actually TSLL on that $23. This is a bullish candle. Just like I said, if there's a bullish candle, we would like to see a pullback on that and see any kind of reaction half of the candle. If we cannot see reactions on half of the candle, we will definitely fill in the entire bullish candle right here. I know we're going fast. I think we went over this yesterday, so that's why. We did pretty good QBTX on the last one that we had alive. Let me delete this. Let me clean up my screen. We need to be careful with QBTX, okay? Because we are forming a possible head and shoulder. This is the base. This is the support. About $21 is the support for QBTX. We're trying to form a possible second shoulder. So this is the first shoulder. This is the head, which is the highest peak, and a possible second shoulder. I'm not saying it's completed. It's possibility. So that will serve as a guide for QBTX. As long as you remain above that, then we are okay. We'll see if we could be able to trade
The shorter
QBTX.
time frame looks pretty good though.
Huh?
The shorter time frame looks good.
Yeah, the shorter time frame is pretty good. We had this a little bit of consolidation in here. a little bit of consolidation. This is actually one we trade yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, last Thursday with Tom.
Thursday,
We
yep.
Yeah, we do have a consolidation in here. We said we have like 31 to, was it 31 or 37? 37, I think.
Yeah.
39 to 37 as our entry. It was in range within that support breakout. We did have a pretty good profit on that. So currently right now we are just trying to pull back on QBTX. If we hold above that $43, then that's a cue for us to enter again and perhaps exit on that 49.47. Let's see. Let's see. We're going to find out. That will be our take profit.
And is that about OKLL?
This is QBTX. Get to $54 on that. We need to be careful with QBTX because if we fail that, we're going back again to that $39, $37 range of support.
Yep.
Hopefully, we could be able to have a trade today. It is 9:15. We still got so much time. I will let's go ahead and do that here. Well, I could put it here. Let's see. Let's wait where is going to be the resistance of this. So currently right now it's right here. Need to be careful that your RSI is pointing down. So TX. Hold on, guys. I have to see it on my other phone. Okay, we're gonna watch for QBTX. Let's see RKLX. I'm trying to do
Good morning, Miss Mary. Good
buying
morning, Tom.
shares. Good morning, Dre.
Yeah.
Because others doesn't want to do, options, which is I understand. So I'm trying to be at least have some shares. RKLX is actually looking pretty good. We do have the W pattern in here. We could say this could be the W here. If we surpass about a 78, maybe we could actually ride this $2 up. See, might missed it. We got a tweezer top in here, but we got rejected. Go above that, and possible resistance on that $76 is actually 78. Extend it to $80. So we have 78 to $80 as the resistance. See if we could be able to ride that $2 to $4 right here. Just real quick. Not set in stone yet. Which could extend it to 81. RKLX also move a lot, just like QBTX.
Yep.
They have a split. Is that a reverse split? 3 to 1. It's not a reverse split. It's a good split. So in every 3 shares is going to be 1, right? That's what it is. No, in 3 shares is going to be
Yeah.
1, right?
Which one do they have?
They're going to have a split. December 9, Tuesday, tomorrow. 3 to 1. Could take a look at SPY as well. Let me go read some questions that you guys have. By the way, I appreciate you guys. It's not very loud in here. Thank you for respecting that. What are the trading on this morning? Sean, we're watching trading. Yes, we do trade here, Sean. Are you doing trading today? Yes, JJ. Or is it Spy Lord? You guys could go to Michael. You're more than welcome to do Michael. Michael's on the other live. He goes to, you have to go follow his YouTube so you could, actually it has to be VIP too. This is actually available right now for everybody on my end. Take a look at Oracle. I'll take a look at SPY. What I do here is I'm trying to be different because everybody's doing options. We're trying to do shares here. Okay. I cannot be doing options at the same time because others cannot do options. So I'm trying to be fair.
Yeah, and Michael does Spilo does spy every day.
He does SPY every day, so you guys could follow him. You guys could go over there. Let's go see Oracle first. I also want to talk about UNH. UNH could be a possible trade or none. Oracle finally reclaimed that 200 MAs, which is good. Oh, wow. Oracles have an early signal, possible reversal. Let me clean up my screen. Oracle has a beautiful Morningstar pattern, which actually respected half of this candle, right here. Possible reversal. This is also a key level of support, which is a buying opportunity for Oracle, right here. This is a buying opportunity. This was a resistance breakout, becomes a breakout level, retest, not even really half, and right here retesting. This is a Morningstar pattern, a classic Morningstar pattern, and right now Oracle is showing some light. 221. It's above 217. It's above Friday's body of the candle where it closes. And this is a confirmation. If we remain above 217, if it continues to trade above 217, then that is a confirmation of an early reversal for Oracle. Well, where is the resistance? Well, there is a possible resistance lies on this wick right here, which is about 234. So that could be a good ride to the upside. 234. I'll give you guys a little bit of a range. 232 to 234 is a possible hurdle for Oracle, which could extend it all the way to 239. But breakout of that 239 will give you more push to the upside about 247. So why do you trade candles by candles, Mary? This market is so uncertain. So we cannot just predict, oh yeah, Oracle is going to get to 290. I need to see price action. I read candles by candles. I tell candles tells you a story. You cannot just say, oh, I'm bullish to Oracle. Yeah, with what? Tell me your convictions that telling you that this is bullish. Yeah, you have an early reversal to the upside, right? You get the Morningstar pattern. But if there's some type of hurdles in here and you cannot surpass that, Oracle is not going anywhere. See? Right here, you have a bunch of EMAs in here. This will serve as a hurdle for Oracle. So that 238 surpasses 238, then you freed your EMAs. Remember, these EMAs serves as a ceiling. What are those? Resistance, right? This resistance will serve as a ceiling. It will give you some type of hurdle or resistance, like it will resist to go higher. Your MACD and RSIs are not confluence with your bullish move or your bullish convictions if you think you are bullish. So you wait for a confirmation, 2 confirmations that you need to wait for your MACD to cross over, to have a bullish crossover on the signal line for the MACD. You're waiting for RSI to actually cross above 60 and cross above that signal to have a bullish crossover too on the RSI. So that confirms your momentum to the upside, meaning there's going to have buyers in here when there's a crossing over. Yes, 50 is considered to be bullish. Full confirmation lies on the 60 RSI. Right now on the daily, we are struggling. Actually, no, we did not struggle because we break out. We are actually gapping up. Gapping up is pretty bullish. Your 21 EMAs was the first hurdle on Friday, which is on Friday, and 21 is gapping up. So gapping up is pretty good. So you're above the 21 EMA, so this could actually freely go up and retest that 230 right here using this daily candle. So Oracle is pretty good. Pretty a-okay. Not fully confirmed because this could reverse to the downside right here and rejected that 50 MA. So you just have to wait. Wait. Yeah, so 225. Yeah, so just look at your daily and your 4-hour chart. Look at the big candle. That will gauge you where the resistance and support will go. For SPY, SPY is looking good. We have that 688. Maybe we could do a SPY real quick, Tom, because this is a shooting star, right? This is a reversal, but it's right now it's gapping up, and we actually we're opening above 685. So this could push you all the way to that 688. Just gonna have a little bit of a hurdle on that 688. Yeah, it's 688, 688.72 to 688.39. So that is a resistance, which could extend it to 689. So I think we could do that real quick if we can while Tom is watching QB2X. How's that? What do you think, Tom?
Yep.
It's pretty good. When the market opens above the body of this doji or a shooting star, this is a very small body. That is a bullish signal that it could actually retest the top of that wick, that will be your first resistance. But remember, SPY doesn't move like $10. I mean, it can if there's like really big news. If Powell said, yes, we are confirmed inflation is not sticky, or we're going to have another rate cuts, that will at least give us about 2% increase on the index. 689, 688. So that's pretty good. So we have $2 to move up, which could extend it to $3. So I think that SPY could be bullish. Let's see. I'm not saying it will be. I'm just possibility. Everything is just a possibility. 688.72. It's right here. Let's do that here. All the way to 689.70. So that's a possibility of and then after that 689, we'll have 691. Which our resistance already touched last Friday, 688. We're still bullish, still respecting your 8 EMA. But let's see. Nothing is confirmed. Now let me change this. Oh, we got 2 minutes. Hold on. With QBTX, so don't worry about QBTX. If there's an opportunity, usually it goes in range, so we don't jump in right away, okay? We don't jump in right away.
It's funny you said that because it just popped.
It
on a
popped up?
5 minute. But you know what'll happen the first 5 minutes, right?
Yeah,
As
it's
soon as
just very
once
volatile.
it'll go the other way.
Yeah. So we do have a M pattern in here for SPY. So fall below here, definitely confirm a short scalp to go down and retest here. But falls below 686.24 definitely will be bearish. And we do have a gap from here to here. And if there's a little gap in there, we could take advantage of that. And it's not much of a bigger move, but at least gapping down right here. Traders trade gaps. Let's see, but
We got
falls
less than a minute.
Mhm.
Actually, about 15 seconds, it looks like.
Yeah, it seems like it's pointing down. Let's see.
All right, we're open.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, it's gapping down already. This is your support here. 680. We can't remain. If we can't recover up that 686.25, then that's our cue to go down. It's just a possible pullback on that 686.69 on the VWAP. Where's my volume? How's QBTX looking, Tom?
It's just sitting here right now. It's on the pre-market high.
Okay. This is actually a possible put for SPY. We just want to wait for this confirmation that 686.25, we fall below that. Finish with that candle. If you see a bigger candle right here, as long as we are below 686, I'm sorry, 686.25, then that is a possible put. It's already curling down already anyway, so this is an early signal. Okay. Fully confirmation. We have a gap down here. Oh yeah, it's already flushing. Yep.
QBTX is jumping.
Jumping up.
Yep. 46.91. It actually flashed up to 47.44.
I don't want to jump in. Let me see.
Nope, too early.
Let me just take a look at that. Oh,
2 minutes to the candle closes.
this is my entry cue. Oh yeah, that's my entry cue. That's your resistance. It could get to that $49, by the way.
As entry Q means if you're interested, start loading up your trade. Not hitting it yet though.
Yeah, it's gonna have a resistance in there. Yeah, the white. Every time you guys see me with the white, that's my entry. Entry to go short, entry to go up. Let's go back to SPY now.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on QBTX.
SPY has a neck. That's a put for SPY. It's looking like it's going to go down now. Remain 680 below 686.25. It's a put.
Yeah, QBTX is retesting VWAP under 5.
That's your cue for a possible put right here. We open below 325. That's your cue. You could retest here. Let me just double check that. Yep, that's just a retest. Hold on, just make sure I'm looking at SPY. Yep. That's your cue. It's giving us that tweezer bottom. We don't want to trade above 686.25, okay? We don't want to trade above that.
That's good. Thanks. Thanks. That's good. So you better give me my treat, for giving you your interest payment.
Meta's flying. Remember you called that last night on the Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. What happened to Meta?
Meta, yeah. Have a call on it for next week, so it's looking good. Up 5% this morning.
UNH
6.
UNH cannot recover. Let me see how much.
BTX is testing a 9 now. Oh, it's flushing. Let's see what happens. That's why we didn't take it.
Yeah.
Now it's bouncing. Hey, QBTX is
Oh.
QBTX is like Sybil. It's got multiple personalities.
I would like to take a look at ScubiTex after the SPY.
Yeah.
Just flush. It wants to flush, by the way. See?
QBTX is just sitting on VWAP. Not doing a thing.
Our first take profit for SPY right here. Okay, the first red line is from here to here. We don't want to go above at least 685.25. 685.93, I'm sorry. Don't want to. We want it to fall and flush. It's a bunch of rejections on that 3 minutes. It's just 3 minutes. Hopefully the market will not give us a choppy market.
Alright. QBTX is, I think, above your signal line, Mary.
Right. Let me go take a look at QBTX real quick. You guys watch SPY.
Yeah, it's above pre-market high, but it hasn't closed yet.
Yeah, that was our Q here. Let me see how's the volume. Because sometimes we could get burning QBTX.
Yeah, its volume's not great right
Yes.
now.
So sometimes we need to be careful with QBTX, but I do like the candle so far. Let's just finish it off. That indecision candle will give us a directions once it's finished.
Actually, volume is not bad. It's above the average. What was that? SPY. SPY. Okay.
So it seems like our range of buy signal right now, it's about 44 to 46. But it's really need to hold above that 45. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go back and DCA back to that $43. So it could be a possible entry right now on this 40 from 46. I need my phone, hun. I could give you a telephone number. I need my phone. SPY giving us that big ugly rejection candle. Wait, SPY. Wait, SPY. Hey, SPY, give you guys your take profit.
And Kino took it. Kino, nice job.
Yep. You guys took your profit, right? Sorry, this was your first take profit, just like I said on the thing.
Nice job, Rhonda.
Good job. Sorry guys, sorry. That's the reason why I don't like flipping. This was your first take profit right here, the red one.
T took profit.
Good job,
Good
job. That's why I want you guys to follow my level. And when I say first take profit, is that's where you exit your first take profit. I'm so sorry I wasn't watching it. This could be just a possible retest on the support right here. One green candle is just a possible short pullback or a shallow pullback, but we don't want this wick here. We don't want this rejections. It's giving us increasing volume. So I apologize. I moved my screen. I got caught up with QBTX. But this is your first take profit. When you guys are trading with me, if I do have my levels, please copy it. So just in case I'm switching to another screen and I'm not be able to watch it. So now we need to be careful, or it's either it could be just a retest here before the continuation to the upside or before the continuation to the downside.
QBTX 3 dojis in a row.
This is just, hopefully this is just a continuation to the downside. Sorry guys, sorry I wasn't watching with you, but I'm happy to those people who took profit. Yes, Kino.
Pardon me, Miss Mary. You did announce to take profit. You did say that. So I immediately, when I got into trade, I put my stop loss.
Awesome.
And
Good job.
So, and then I scaled it up right behind as it was going down. So you were correct when you said that. We were listening. I took notes. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. I just don't like people when losing money, because this is your money, you know. And this is if this is now is a hammer, early reversal. But the good thing about that, it's just an early reversal. It's not fully confirmed. We have the body of the candle falling below the body of the hammer. So this is just a shallow pullback, which could continue still again and retest here and give us a maybe tweezer bottom, right? So we don't know yet. Now we are going to invalidate this 3 volume histogram. We invalidate them. Now we're going to see if there's any kind of spiking volume, and that will give us a cue, either the continuation to the upside or to the downside. Two green candle on the 5-minute is a-okay, but I just don't like that price action. We don't want that wick. So where are we trading now? We are trading within this body of the candle. So we need to be careful. 2 ways is either retest on that VWAP, too early for a call, okay? Too early, not yet. It could be just a retest of the VWAP and then continue to fall. Let's take a look at the 10 minutes real quick. Let's finish this candle. If we respect that this candle, this trend line here, if we respect this, then it could just be a reversal to the upside. But if we fall below that, then we could do a little bit of move to the downside all the way here. So this is the red one. This 2 red one is your first take profit level. Remember, resistance and support are in range. They are areas. So this could be our first take profit, and this is our second take profit. To those people.
Okay. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say QBTX is flying now.
Oh, that 45, 46 was our
Yep.
cue to buy.
It just popped.
Yep. So that's what I said earlier. That QBTX at 45, 46 is your cue to buy. It looks like SPY still wants to fall. It's going to go to your red right here. This is our support now. If we
I'm in on QBTX.
good, 45, 46, 49 is your take profit, Tom.
Yep. Got it marked
49 to
already.
50 for SPY. To those people who did not take profit, I'm here. I'll wait for you guys. I apologize. That is your cue. But you could extend it to the pink level of support. But remember, only options. You only make money if it goes to your direction. If it start pulling back, it start taking your money. Remember that. So that's why I give this level, because once you see this line here and it's retesting or touching that red line, that's your cue to exit. It's very simple, guys. All you have to do is follow which line Miss Mary has, and then you take profit. If you wait, and I said it could get here, it's up to you. You could scale in, but right now I'm waiting for this candle. We have 2 seconds. This will give us another cue if we're gonna fall above, but we failed to hold above here. Let me see, Ashley, right here. This is your cue. It's either we're gonna go up or it's gonna go down. This cue. We respected that line. You see the body of the candle is right above it. Now, this is the thing that we don't like. We don't want red, green, red, green. Okay, we want green, red, red. We don't want a Christmas color.
Miss Mary, can you look at Palantir?
I cannot. I apologize. After I finish this, and I could take a look at it. I don't want to switch and other people lose money, and then I'm gonna feel guilty. We could do it after I finish this. Tom, that's your cue to exit your first take profit. 49, guys. 45, 46 is your entry.
Man, I'm out.
Okay, anybody who are done with SPY, so I could go back and help out to those people who got QBTX. I did not enter.
I got it. 3.5%.
Good job, Tom.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going.
I would like to
50.
confirm if
50.
anybody
Darn
is
it.
still on SPY put. Or anybody got QBTX. SPY kick you out in profit. Yes, I took profit. Good job. Took profit. Stop loss. Kick me out in profit. I took profit. Where it failed is 50% Fibonacci, I think. I am not quite sure Versace, but I did not use the Fibonacci. SPY call soon. I took profit. Thank you. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and go on. Okay, I'm gonna leave SPY right now. This is your cue. You want your 5 minutes, Ashay, to be safe. You want your 5 minutes to complete below this red line. That confirms the move more to the downside, okay? But if we cannot surpass this level, that is a possible recovery for SPY, okay? Possible recovery. A full confirmation lies above VWAP. An early signal to move up is obviously above VWAP and above this line so that you could climb back up here. Your first the confirmed move to the upside, an aggressive entry lies above here. Or if you're going to be an aggressive trader, you wait for above VWAP, right? Above VWAP, the green candle that's opens above VWAP, but you're gonna have a little bit of a hurdle here, so be careful. If you're going to scalp this to the upside, you're gonna see a possible hurdle here, but all the way here is your resistance to take profit for an early profit. When we create a candle here, a green candle that opens above this trend line, that is your cue to get a call and right up to that 688 all the way to 689. Okay, right now that's an early scenario what I'm telling you guys. So let me go ahead and go back to my QBTX that I missed. That's sad. So you see this yellow or white line? Retest that, and it's perfectly retest on that 45, and I said 45, 46 is your entry for that. This is your first take profit, 49.50. It's still bullish. We are way overbought on the 10 minutes, and it's maybe a little bit of exhaustion, a little bit. No,
Yeah.
it's not a little bit. It's more. It is currently on 83%. So, but your second take profit lies on that 52, 53. That's 51.92. Yeah, it really wants to move higher. It really wants to move higher to that 51 to 53 level. So everything is pointing up. It's still in your favors to go up. Good job, Tom. If we open above, if we continue to be above 50 right here, then it could actually really, really move higher. Anybody took QBTX? Only Tom?
I'm actually looking to go back in too.
Let me check.
I didn't reply to it because I'm like, this is weird, this is odd, we never get emails like that, so I just called him. He said to send it to
Who is
him, he
that?
said, don't.
I cannot find her. Good job, MJ. MJ from Puerto Rico?
Last week we had our one-on-one.
Did he bite you in the butt?
Not this time.
Did you take QBTX when I said 45, 46?
Yes, I did. I
Good
did.
job, good job. See, sometimes you guys have to pay attention to my little because I'm paying attention to the other one, but I was seeing it, and this is the perks of me not able to trade because I missed 2 trades today. I gotta have to stop doing live trading so I could make more money.
Yeah.
This is charity work. And SPY is struggling. No full confirmation to the upside, to the downside. Remember that red line, the first red line is important, okay? Yeah, I need charity, Skyline. You guys, most of you guys are more millionaires than me. Let me take a look at QBTX.
It's sitting.
Miss Mary, you be spiritually blessed with your charity work.
I know.
Spiritual riches.
Yeah, God give me more blessings than I deserve. You could try to retest at 47 where you could re-enter, but it's
all
just
the way down
stagnant
to
right
9.
now.
You talking about QBTX
Yeah.
retesting the 9 and the VWAP at 47? Yeah. That's kind of what I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep an eye on that. You keep an eye on SPY.
So remember, when you guys see my line, that's my cue, okay? And sometimes just follow my trend line. That's all you're gonna do. I don't know why I'm cold. It's raining in Florida.
Oh, poor baby.
All right,
I was watching the Tampa Bay game yesterday. It was pouring rain, right?
Yep.
And then you switch over to the Buffalo game and it's like 20 degrees and snowing.
Look at that. Look at RKLX too. We had so
Yep.
much good opportunity too.
Yeah, but we can't jump around. We can't
Yep.
just be bouncing around everything. Actually, RKLX is funny because I actually charted that this morning after you brought it up, and it had a symmetrical triangle, and it's sitting at the top of it now, so it actually is not a bad place for a entry. If you look at the 5-minute chart, yeah, that green broke out of the triangle that I had drawn, but it pulled back to test it again.
Yeah, this was good too. This was my
Yep.
entry here. This is just a little bit of which
I
it could
forgot to set
extend
an
to
alert.
$84. This one could extend to $84, guys.
Yep. I forgot to set an alert on it. So it's pulling back into the triangle. It's retesting the 9, it looks like right now. In VWAP. Actually, I'm gonna put that on a separate screen here.
You got an 83 and 85 there.
And his QBTX retesting into the 47 range.
So 88. Hold on.
Oh, it's funny. I just moved RKLX to a big screen and it shows my old descending channel on it. So it's bullish on the daily.
Okay, so let's take a look at SPY. SPY is just really. Oh, let me take a look at that. That's your cue. Wait, you got 9 minutes on that. Let me take a look at 5 minutes. Actually, wait. We want a body of the candle to fall below the red line, okay? But it's really it wants to fall, but it's just holding on. Like something is holding on this line. Really something is holding on. We have a tweezer bottom. You give me a green candle here to finish it off, then that's a possible early call, which could extend it to 85.91 to the VWAP, to 86. This one wants to flush now. Yep, that's your cue now to your extra put. It looks like it really wants to flush more. Let's see how's the volume looking. The volume is not much, but it looks like it wants to fail this
All right.
this line here. And we open a little bit, but it's bearish. This looks bearish. What's really fighting though? It's fighting. Full confirmation is you want a body of the candle fall below this red line, but it's really struggling. This is like early entry to continue to go down. A full confirmation lies the body of the candle here, right here. We want a red candle below this trend line. But it's just playing with us, but it wants to fall. Just go retest here. That 5 minutes give me a tweezer bottom. Where's that? 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Where's my tweezer bottom before? There's no tweezer bottom. Where's the tweezer bottom? So we're gonna have to wait for SPY really good now because we're under consolidations. Remember, we don't want this Christmas lights, right? We don't want that Christmas lights. We're consolidating now, by the way. We're consolidating now. So just wait for a full confirmation. Let's not be aggressive in SPY. It's going to give us a direction. You just wait now. Let's just wait. Let's not be aggressive. Full confirmation to the downside is fall below this. Just wait, really. Let's not be aggressive. Red candle here below, confirmation to the downside. Early entry. Candle above the VWAP, which I prefer to be here. I prefer to be above here for a full confirmation, but you're going to have like a little bit of a struggle on that 686. Yep, right here, 686.65, I think. Yep, right here. QBTX 47 is your possible.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it just almost touched VWAP at 47.43. So that's all I'm looking for, a bounce here. I did get on an RKLX while you're talking. I took a position. Small, only 40 shares.
Somebody asked about Palantir, right? Real quick. So just watch Spy real quick, okay?
Yep.
I told you guys which is the Q, so pay attention to that. I'm assuming you guys have your trend lines too. Let me just help out somebody. Palantir, is it Palantir? PLTR.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God, Tesla.
Is it tanking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That wasn't even paying attention to it. It looks like it's finding a
Look at
bottom
that.
now.
Netflix is touching that 97 again. What do you have on Palantir, buddy? Somebody has Palantir. What do you have on
All right.
Palantir?
Just a heads up, guys. QBTX is under 47, so it's touching the 9. So this could be a good re-entry if it reverses.
Wait for that 45, 46 again. That could be your
Yep.
re-entry.
Yeah. There's 46.
Okay,
I'm actually queuing it up.
what is your question for Palantir for that person? Palantir, if we cannot surpasses this bullish crossover on the RSI, you have a little bit of resistance on that 187 to 189. If you don't see that crossover there, then that could be just a possible pullback for a continuation to the downside. Okay, so you have the possible head and shoulder here. This is your first shoulder, this is the highest peak, and a second shoulder. You have 187 to 189 as your resistance. Break out of that, then you have this little wick in here, which is the 194.93, not 195. Could extend to the top resistance of 204.93. Right now, it looks a little bit weak in a way. It's not fully confirmed, but cross over that signal line confirms the move to the upside to test that $200 for Palantir. I don't know if you have shares or options, but it's getting there. It's climbing slowly but surely. Yeah, it's actually above 50 MA, so that's bullish. It's above 50 MA, it's above all these EMAs. So this is actually a confirmation to, based upon the candles, is a confirmation to go higher. Okay, just really want to full confirmation to be above 60 on your RSI. On the weekly, you have to pay attention here. This bullish crossover of the RSI, it needs to happen. It needs to occur. It needs to break out of that signal line to confirm the move to the upside, because this could give you a fake out. The daily chart looks so bullish. I mean, not so bullish, but in a way that it's above that 57, make it 60, then it's going to be more bullish. But it's for the fact that you are above 50 MA that is a bullish structure, right? So, but it could give you a fake out if you don't pay attention to your weekly chart. If that RSI start curling down and you won't do a crossover, a bullish crossover on the RSI, then that's just a second shoulder formation for the head and shoulder. Also, you need to pay attention as well because you have a bearish divergent here on the 4 hours. So you could, yeah, may not have a little bit of meat in there if you don't see that crossover on the weekly.
QBTX just hit pre-market low. It's down all the
46,
way at 45, Mary.
46, 45. 46, 45 failed at 45.
Yep.
It's going to get you to that 43 again.
Yep. Yeah, it's right under 50 right now.
What's going on with SPY?
And the SPY is still moving down.
Oh, remember. That's the cue for there. That's falling now. It's gonna retest here again and then back test. If you look at your 10 minutes, there's still more room to the downside. That's it. That's your cue for SPY.
To get in or get out?
Get in for a put.
I'm in. I took tomorrow at 685.
I gotta have to look at QB to X in here. That thing is full.
BTX is all the way down at 44.40.
Yeah, I could see that. You're gonna have to DCA that to whoever bought it on the 43. I'm gonna check it out after this thing falls. It wants to flush, by the way. Just flush it. This is your resistance, remember, on the this is our second this is our first take profit level right here in this 2 red line. We just want to surpass it.
Here it goes. Come on.
It's like you gotta tap the Tucci. Come on. I'm gonna take a look at that QBTX.
I'll keep an eye on SPY because I'm in. Did you take a position?
No, I was looking at RKLX and QBTX at the same time.
SPY is starting to move down.
It wants to flush, by the way. You just created a lower low, by the way.
Yeah, it's getting close to oversold territory.
Yeah. We haven't have a pullback on the 10 minutes. We don't want to pull back, and then we just want to flush it down, because if you have a pullback on that, still wants to go down though. We just need to be careful now because there's like bullish divergence on the 5 minutes. But remember, they're lagging anyways, but it just wants to flush. Just flush. It just really wants to flush, by the way. The reason why is because this body of the candle is a little bit lower on this candle. If this is wants to be bullish, we would have remained above the body of this candle and push higher. There's no wick in here. There's like sellers here. Right here. There's sellers here. And the buyer's trying to push right here. But there's sellers here. There's no wick. Like this one. There's no wick. There's pure sellers when the price reached this level, sellers pushing and buyers trying to push up. Right here again, sellers pushing and
The
buyers trying to
Freeman
push.
super bearish.
But you cannot overstay your welcome on SPY, okay?
Nope.
So because there's an early reversal already, so you just need to get that one flush and you guys need to get out because there's a possible reversal. That bullish divergence is current on the 5 minutes, so the bottom is pretty much close.
I'm at
Maybe
6% right now. 7%. There we go. Come on.
this is the
Come on, push. Get down there.
push it. We haven't have no green candle, but this is a massive candle. This is a massive candle. Give me another massive candle. Give me more confirmation to the downside. But we need to be careful now. We need to be careful because this was our support on Friday, and then it recovers. And when the market closes during the power hour, it recovers too. So we need to be careful. We cannot overstay our welcome because we don't have much space to the downside. It's either here to here.
I'm out.
Could extend it here. Not fully confirmed. Okay.
I'm out. It kicked me out at 8%. I'll take it. Walk away. Because it is on 28 and dropping on RSI, so it's gonna burn out here soon. QBTX might have found a bottom.
I'll take a look at it when this is over.
Yep. No, I'm looking at it because I'm out of SPY, so I'll go back to QBTX. Some reason with puts, I'm more quick on the trigger for some reason to get out.
You're either gonna have a stop loss on the break even, okay, if you guys did not take profit. It might owe you guys 84.60 and this get to 84.68. It's 8 cents. Well, let's see. We still got 3 minutes to finish that. This is still bearish. I want to be a nosy neighbor, but that nosy neighbor is ugly, so I don't want to look at her. Ugly candle. Take a look at the 10 minutes better.
I'm glad I met your neighbor.
No, the ugly neighbor, this 3-minute candle is ugly, so I don't want to look at her. All my neighbors are pretty. Or they have good personality.
Nice. Oh gosh, that's the worst thing we could say.
I mean, I cannot say bad things about your neighbor, right?
Are they good looking? They got a nice personality.
Actually,
Uh,
no. I have one
Key.
that's really not good. Remember, have a stop loss. It's either break even if you guys did not take profit. Sometimes I do owe you a couple of cents. Sometimes it doesn't reach. I try my best to make it more precise on my line, but it just sometimes doesn't happen.
I think that is pretty close, Mary. It's very good.
It's pretty close. Thank you, buddy. I want to finish this candle real quick, and then we'll just go back with QB2X. So those people who bought it on these
Yeah,
A.
QBTX is starting to gather a little strength here.
Let me just give you guys a little bit of nugget of wisdom, okay? One more time. I know I said it earlier. You only make money when the trade goes to your favor in options. Okay? If it start pulling back, your premium gets eat by the theta. And if you see that you are making money on that and it's exceeded your expectations or your goals, please try to take profit. I try to make it precise on my levels. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I think 6 cents is not so bad. But I do feel bad when it doesn't touch my level of resistance, because I know some of you guys are waiting for that moment to exit out. But I cannot control the market, okay? I could only control the trend lines that I gave to you guys. And sometimes I make mistakes. But if you look at the 10 minutes, she still look pretty. But remember, there was a reversal on this time frame last week. This is a reversal. It touches it. That is an ugly candle if it turns green. We do have a possible morning star pattern on the 5 minutes, so please get out on your positions. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait because it could retest. It's gonna have a little bit of a hurdle in here. A little bit of a hurdle. But it wants to retest and go back and test the VWAP. The VWAP is our mama. It always go back to test mama. Okay. Have to finish this candle. If it turns green, we don't want to have green candle here. That could be an early signal for a morning star pattern. I mean, an evening morning star pattern.
You're not missing anything on QBTX. It's not holding.
You know, the 10 minutes still looks bearish, though. It really still looks bearish. It's just trying to scare you guys, scare us on that green trying to form. It's still bearish. We have 7 minutes to finish the 15-minute candle. And that will be your first green candle on the 15 minutes. But let me tell you guys something. If we cannot close up below 685, we are done for SPY put. You have 7 minutes to finish that candle. But we cannot fall below 685. We are done for SPY put. But if we fall below 685, then more downward for SPY. Right here. We have 6 minutes to finish that. We don't fall below 685, we're done for puts. So pay attention on your 15-minute candle. That will be your cue. Jerry said, good personality is what they say about ugly people.
What's that say about me? I don't get either of it.
Your cue to either stop with your put. That's your cue. We have to be below 685. Confirm that. Then we could fall more to the downside. Okay, let's continue to fall. 15 minutes did not hold. 10 minutes still bearish, just like I said.
QBTX is in a free fall right now. 43.
Yep, we're gonna fall more now. Confirm, we just failed 200 moving averages. Here comes your blue line. Well, we're gonna have to react first on that 684, okay? A little bit of a struggle where it is now, 184. That's your struggle. That could be your first cue to exit or wait for the blue line. And then after this blue line, we are done. That's your 3 trades, whoever took that third trades. Then I could take a look at QBTX and give you guys some input on that. He wants to flush down.
Can you look at Apple when you have a chance?
Mm-hmm. That's your third for the put, so that's enough with the put now, okay? Don't overstay your welcome. Airtone will tell you guys that. It's gonna have a possible recovery somewhere in this line now. But if you remain below 685 on the 15 minutes, there's still more room to the downside. If you remain above 685, okay? But you have about 2 minutes on the 15 minutes. Let me take a look at my 15 minutes. Yep. So finish that. Confirm below that. Then there's more room to the downside. So just be careful because it could just fluctuate from here, retesting these levels, and then you're done. If you wait again for more downfall, just make sure your 15 minutes is below 685, okay? Your candle, the body of the candle has to be below 685. If you're stuck between 684 to 685 and it's fluctuating, that is your cue of your bullish divergence of a possibility of a reversal right here. Because you may see a possible reversal here now. Possible, okay? Possible. Finish it off. Finish with this 15 minutes will tell us more. It's a bunch giving us a bunch of a wick, and your volume is, it's covering it. Hold on. Pretty good volume. This is the spiking volume. Actually, as a matter of fact, you ignore the 3. This is actually a big volume to the downside. You could push more. Just getting exhausted here, getting exhausted by just fluctuating. This is a spiking volume. And we open below 684.76, so that's really good too. So just like I said earlier, there's no buyer here. There's just pure seller. Buyers trying to push in more. This is why we're wicking. Buyers is coming in, trying to push the candles up. Sellers trying to push down. Let's take a look at Apple now. I think I am done for SPY. Are you guys done with SPY? I give you guys a heads up on SPY. Hopefully you guys could follow that. Very simple. Below 685, confirm more to the downside. Wait for the 15 minutes. Apple looks like wants to fall. This is the base for Apple. What is this now? 15 minutes. You got 14 seconds on Apple to finish this. If this becomes the body of the candle and opens below this trend line here, it's going to flush down.
You called it last night, 275. What are we at, 277?
For Apple.
Yep.
This is what it's going on with Apple. Remember, we had the fake volume from the breakout, and we said if we cannot remain above that, actually there's still more room to the downside for Apple. We still could get to that 2 It's 277, 277.05 to 277.72 is your support. So that really is your support, but fails to hold that. You got that. It's not much to 276, 276.14 to 275.99. So you got to be careful because this is a daily support for Apple. We don't have a spiking volume here. We did have a spiking volume when there's a breakout, but it's not as much as the spiking volume when there had a breakout before previously, if you guys were on my Sunday class. This is a possible retest of the resistance, which is the breakout level right here. So we're going to see price action here. And yesterday we said if we open, at least remain above 278. It touches that 279 but wick down 278 to 280 yesterday. I said if we cannot hold above that, we are trading within the shooting star. The body of the candle has to surpass this shooting star. This is a weekly candle. We have 4 more days to confirm what kind of body is going to form around or next to the shooting star pattern. This is the body of the candle that you have to pay attention. If we move above this, then we could see Apple could go higher. If we remain below the body of this candle with this right here, this could be your signal, okay? It's signal. If it falls below that, then you know half of the candle serves as a pullback with that, which is at 275 on the daily, right? On the daily, we have this key level of support right here from here to here. That's the key level of support. What does that mean? It means there's a possible reversal if it's respected. This was a resistance. The resistance now is becoming a support. When the resistance becomes a support, it's a good buying opportunity, but we would like to see price action. We would like to see spiking volume to back up that that reversal. Right now, we're not seeing anything on that. Maybe we need to wait on Wednesday because fundamentals can invalidate your technicals. QBTX. QBTX is a dirty little girl. So QBTX currently right now on the weekly, remember we had the first shoulder, the highest peak, which is the head. And if we cannot surpass none of these levels that on my color chart, which is at $52, this is an early, you cannot really tell because you have 4 more days. These are the resistance to tell us if we're going to go higher, test that 61, or it's going to reject that and go back and retest back to that $26 of support, which could extend it to that $21 or $20.89 back to 19. We don't know yet. This is just forming of an early second shoulder. Not fully confirmed. You could have all the inverse head and shoulder. You could have all the head and shoulder in the world. If there's no confirmation, it's just simply a what? Nothing. No pattern. It's invalidated. On the bigger picture, we could say that this is the head and shoulder. We break out. This is the neckline right here from the pink to the blue. Retested that. Retest your second leg, which is your first leg. This is the second leg. Completed the head and shoulder. What's happening here is retesting back to that neckline. If, once again, at least above 54, give a little bit more push to the $54. If we cannot surpass that 54, the scenario is just like this. We completed the head and shoulder, we break down, retesting of that neckline before the continuation to the downside. That is a possible scenario. But if we surpass that $54 for QBTX, then we could possibly see a recovery to back test at $62 all the way to $68, $69, which could extend it to $72. Once we start forming above $75, that's when we see more a move to the upside. In order to change the structures of QBTX to be bullish, we would like to be above $98 to create a new higher high here. Okay, because we could just be vacillating in here. Let's go take a look at the EMAs on that. All right. So the goal is always to be trading above the 50 EMAs, right? Because 50 EMAs has what? This is maybe like 100 times that I've been telling you guys. But you know what? Repetitive is good for learning, right? So if we remain above the 50 EMAs, that means that confirms that, hey, we could be on the bullish side. But the real bullish side lies when we start creating a new higher high on the daily chart, right? because this could just retest on that 50 MAs and then continue to fall down, just like the scenario here on the neckline of the head and shoulder, retesting on that neckline and continue to go down. No confluence yet, no bullish confluence. Everything is pointing down. It's still bearish, still bearish. But if you know QBTX always reverse and go back, and then always actually recovers. Excuse me. If you're losing in QBTX is a 2x of QBTS, and it always get my money back. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I've experienced. For any more questions before I go, because it is 10:36.
Yes, I have one more question for you. I took the Apple call for 280, but I took it for like a month, over a month. I have basically some time over there to watch it, right?
You gotta have to watch that. Just like I said, if you were here on Sunday yesterday, this breakout is lacking of volume. This is what's going on in Apple. This is a technical perspective, okay? I'm not quite sure what's going on fundamentals. Just erase everything. Where is that? There you go. We were under horizontal channel, which is consolidation. We were in consolidation, we break out. This could be a breaking candle. This could be a breakout candle, confirm the trend, right? But if you look at the volume, so this is the volume, right? If this is really fully a breakout candle, we would like to see a spiking volume, right? Again, we were consolidating. This volume back up with a breakout candle, which is good. And then that confirms the move to the upside. It moved higher. This volume that I'm seeing is really so weak. It's not much of a spiking volume. Yes, it's very little. It's not much. But we are also on the oversold territory. It needs to cool off. Your MACD is telling you a sell signal, by the way. Early signal. This is lagging too. Your MACD is lagging. Even if it tells you a buy or sell signal, they're lagging. Why? Because they use MAs at 12 and the 26. Second one, when you had your signal here to the upside, you were slightly not even on the overbought. You are not on the overbought territory. So you really have so much room to the upside. But your scenario here is totally different. Your RSI is way overbought in here. What's going to happen? You don't have much room to the upside. Instead, it lags, right? This one have a bearish divergence. This continue to go higher. So here's the deal for that. Draw a trend line, right? Draw a trend line. If Apple respected your trend line to the upside, it means that bearish divergence is invalid. But if it falls below your divergence, and it falls below your trend line, this divergence confirms the trade, which could retest Apple back to this key level of support. If you look at the last, one too, when they were a breakout, oh my goodness, Mac is so sensitive. If you look at the last breakout too, so we had a constant consolidation, right? We had a consolidation here. We have, again, same thing what had happened, consolidation here. And look at the volume. No, it's right here. Consolidation here. But look at the volume. Consolidation here, breakout. Look at the volume. So you can see the difference. This price continued to go high. Your volume, you have a divergence on the volume. So we need to be careful on Apple. We need to be careful. It's giving us a volume divergence, RSI divergence. It's giving us the price continue to go higher, but lacking a volume. So we need to be careful. So the best way to treat Apple is draw your strong trend line right here, right there, It's not straight. Trying to make it straight. Goodness. Sorry, guys. Draw your trend line. So let's just go ahead and use my trend line. Right here. Anything that falls in that trend line confirms the divergence. This is a volume divergence, right? This is a bearish divergence for volume. Your volume is going down. Your price is continuing to go high with no volume. The breakout confirms here, back up with your volume. The breakout confirms here, but it's almost half of this volume. The breakout confirms here with an average volume. So it could give us a fake out. So we really need to be careful on Apple. The only recovery that you're going to see is this trend line will help you gauge where Apple is going. Is that make sense for Apple? I'll do a short video on Apple today and I put it in YouTube so you guys could remember. Does that make sense? Do you guys see what I'm seeing?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. I went over QBTX already, right?
Yep.
QBTX at 43 was our entry before. Now it's becoming a support, right? So
It's
this,
Mary.
yes.
Could I ask one quick question for you or Tom? Can you do long calls on TSLL? Like if to do it till like maybe January, or is it not advisable to do leverage like that?
I normally wait for a confirmation for me to do a long call, which I broke that rules, by the way. We are
Because
in
Tesla is
the
falling. It's like 441, but I'm kind of confused on how to trade TSLL.
well, I will not buy Tesla right at this moment yet because
Okay.
this thing could fall, that TSLL or Tesla could fall to that 430. You do have a support right here on the 439. Yep, you have the support on the 439 in here, half of this candle, which could push it more down to 432 and back to that 422, 425 level of support. We are consolidating. We are under descending channel. There's no breakout. We are on the uptrend. I mean, testing the upper trend line of the descending channel. So you got one touch here. I mean, two touch here. So this thing could could pull back and retest this body of the candle on this candle, on the bullish candle, and then go back here again until we see a final breakout of the trend line that confirms our move to the upside. We were waiting for this confirmation to have a bullish crossover on the RSI, and today it gives us that rejections on the signal. So we're now we are now not falling, but we are rejecting the move to the upside, or we're rejecting some type of breakout on the descending channel. This was an early signal based on the daily chart, because it's really trend. It opened above the trend line, but the goal is always, in order to see a bullish move, the goal is always to be above the next body of the candle, to open above that. We did not see that. That is one of the cue that gives us a second doubts, that saying, hey, maybe that's just a fake out or something right here. So in order for Tesla to be bullish, or at least if you would like to enter a trade, make sure it is above this trend line. It's about 554 or 555. You want to get like at least a bullish candle in order for you to enter this trade. So this gives me a little bit of fake out. It could retest this current level of support here, but it really wants, if you enter a trade now, you could actually lose more, because it could fall and test that 431. Yeah, 431, 432, right? So this could be just a, because we did have that W pattern, and we did the real resistance of the W pattern is for the leg 2 is lies on that 468 all the way to 475, 474. But just like I always teach you guys, just because it's leg 2 is right here, or the resistance right here, there's always some sort of resistance that we may not be able to touch the leg 2, so you could do a recovery. So this W pattern here, what is happening is we could actually retest back here on the neckline, or it could push back even up to here, which this was a support before. This is also a breakout level, by the way. This is a breakout level. Let me, even if I remove this, you guys are trading with me and I'm teaching you guys. Okay, right here. This is a breakout level right here. You have the W here. Can you guys see the W here? So this was a W. You got a double bottom here, which is a beautiful double bottom, and a W, a confirm move to the upside. It's either if this is green, normally the candle is also green. I mean the histogram. Let me just see. This is a breakout of the neckline, this too. It's an increasing volume. Okay, it's not like wow. This confirms the move to the upside. It gives you a little bit of push to the upside. It gives you more price. I mean, more profit, right, from here to here. But this drop could either retest back that breakout level before we move up. We don't know yet. The weekly RSI, it's not giving us a conviction that we could continue to go higher. This signal here is giving us a resistance. It's saying, hey, that is the highest I could go. We may not continue to go up right now. It may retest back here to the RSI, which is about 53, before any kind of recovery. We don't know. This is a inside bar, by the way. It's inside bar. So you have the bullish candle, you have an inside bar, and if it turns out to be trading within this range, that is an early signal of a possible going back or pullback to test here. Don't know yet. We have 4 days to continue. So am I going to get a call? If it's a long expiration, I may need to wait. Wait until it goes above that 54. But you could scalp it. You could scalp it.
Okay. No, I was looking for a long kind of call.
Yeah. All right. Be careful in SPY now. So the SPY, yes, we did. We are right below in 685. But you see, there's a lot of price action. This is now giving us a seller. Now there's no wick here. Now this is pure buyers, right? It's pure buyers. There's really no wick. You see, there's no wick. No wick
You got
here.
a tweezer forming on the 32.
Yep. And so we got to be careful now on SPY. So I told you, don't overstay your put. It's a possible recovery on this between the pink and the blue. Possible recovery. So I think you guys should stay away from SPY now. I mean, I'm not your financial advisor. You could do whatever you want on SPY. But
if I was you.
but if well, you guys could do whatever you want.
Mary, I got to drop.
Me
I got a
too.
call coming.
Let me just tell you guys something. This is the body of the candle, why I did not put it down here. This is the body of the candle. This is actually your support. So this is a possible recovery for SPY. Falls below that tomorrow, then we could definitely see a little bit more down. That's 682.
Miss Mary?
Just, yep, 682 is your resistance support if it falls. Yeah.
This is Dawn McCarthy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I tried to raise my hand in here. I couldn't find the little thing to do it, so I apologize. But I wanted to ask you, can we get your trading view charting? Is there a way to import that?
I have no idea. I never share my trading view.
Yeah, I know there is, but I just don't know how to do it. So I was just curious if maybe you knew how.
You could do that?
Yeah.
There's a up top. You can do a share. I don't know if how it exposes it. Mary, I'll look into it.
That'd be great. Thank you so much.
I like playing around with that stuff. There may be.
And what does it do?
It basically creates a code and then you save it as a name and then you can import it into I think it's under the indicators. There's a way to import it. Like if you were to go in there and look at other people's, there's a plethora of saved different charting.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
It would just be nice, I think, and it would be helpful for everyone to actually have your same exact chart on theirs.
Well, you guys could copy the levels of resistance or support that I gave you guys, right?
True, true. I just like for me, I'm not quite great at drawing all the lines and everything just yet, so it's just easy to import something. But certainly, yes, that's an option.
The only thing with that is like because everything moves so quickly, right? The charting itself would probably be invalidated by the time you got it. I think you're really looking for is what indicator she's using, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Because
don't
everything
know.
will be invalidated by the time you get it and import it, right? Every day it'll be different. And it's not like it's going to refresh. But I think they're looking for just what indicators you're using.
Well, as you guys could see, I don't have much indicator when I read my chart. I have VWAP, gauge me where the candles is going. I really hardly use the 9 EMA. It just gives you guys an extra confirmation. When I saw a crossover of that VWAP on the 9 EMA, it gives you confirmation. But my 9 EMA doesn't really do much on me. For honest, that's just me. Okay, that's just me. It just gives me an extra confirmation if it goes cross over the VWAP. That's good, but that's it. When it comes to trading for me on the 9 EMA, it serves no purpose on my end. What I
Do you
do
want
is
do you want a cool tool real quick, Mary? Go to indicators.
my indicators.
Yep, and type in pre-market. Yep, keep going, pre-market, then comma. Previous day.
Right here?
There, it's the top one right there. Click on that. This is cool because it'll give you, see that box it just created in the top right corner where it says EMAs? Top right corner, Mary.
This one?
Yeah, if you click that, right click it, right click the whole thing. So you go to settings on it. Yeah, go to look. See down the bottom down here? Let me down here. You guys can go and change this. I got this from our good friend Guppy. I changed this. You can put your own EMAs in here, and that way you don't have to have the multiple EMAs up there. And it actually will tell you these kind of things, whether it's bearish, bullish,
Oh, I like that.
right? Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool indicator. That's when I would, guys, write this down. Pre-market, previous day high and low plus EMA trend table. It's a fantastic indicator, and it gives you three EMAs instead of having three different indicators, right? It gives you all in one indicator.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a cool one. But I'll look at the exporting one. Um, I mean, I'll share mine if you guys want. I mean, I
Go
try and
ahead.
keep it
Share
simple.
your screen.
I tend to get too crazy with indicators. Mary was always telling me that, so I'm trying to slim mine down a bit. You don't need every single indicator. You just need a couple of good ones.
Yeah,
But this is a really cool one. Guppy showed me this one a couple weeks ago, and it is fantastic.
I like
And
it.
I just modify it for what chart I'm trying to do. So if I'm scalping, I want 9, 13, 20s. If I'm going longer, I'll go 20, 50, 100. But I
Share your
got
screen,
to.
Tom.
What's that?
Share your screen
Yeah, yeah.
so they could see it. I want to play around with this. But I'm not a I'm as you can see my chart is very clear. Like you guys could see, I don't have a lot of indicators on my I read candles, guys. I read candles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your clean screen. Too
Well,
much of it is confusing as a new beginner.
Yeah.
don't look at mine because mine's messy. Hold on a second. Let me get to one. Like see Tesla. So mine can get a little messy. But because I've got Josh's. right? But I take that off after a certain time, so it goes away. But this one here always stays on. This is great. See, like on my longer term ones, I use 13, 48, 200. You can change these, right? And it tells you bullish, 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 right? So if you're looking for long term stuff versus scalping, you can use this indicator. And you can get rid of all your other ones here if you wanted to, or if you need to keep them, you can do that also. But it's a great little tool. Yeah, Guppy showed this to me a couple weeks ago, and I absolutely love it. It gives you previous day, so you know how Josh marks his previous day, um, pre-market stuff like that. This particular indicator will also give you pre-market. It gives you previous day highs, previous day lows. It is a really fun tool to use because it marks everything for you, and it's not like you have to go and do a refresh. It automatically will update. The script automatically updates every day with the pre-market and previous day stuff. So it eliminates some things you have to go do on your own. You know, if you got to go mark stuff.
Yeah,
That is good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll play around with that. Just like I said,
Ma-
I'm not an indicator type
but
of
I
girl.
gotta drop, Mary. I gotta
Yeah,
go
thank
host a
you.
call.
Thank you, Tom.
I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.
You too, guys.
Bye,
Thank
Tom.
you. I have to go too. I have to go back to work and make money and make the economy going now.
Miss Mary, can I ask one quick question? When with your trading view, do you and Tom pay extra for real time? Because I
Live
once
data,
I got
Tom
my
does.
yes. Do you pay for that?
I don't. Ertuan doesn't. He makes millions. I don't. Tom does. Tom does pay for live data. I think it's like $10 a month. It's extra,
Yeah.
but there's nothing wrong with it. You could pay extra. And yes, if somebody's telling me if I type that in, I need to pay. It depends, eCOE. You need to have a either premium, which allows you to have 10 indicators or more.
The,
Otherwise, if
the
you
the
have
packages don't include it. Everything is because I got the Black Friday deal, and then someone in the chat in your chat was saying something about the real time, and I think that is like
that's extra.
one was 3 and the other one was 10, but I guess the 10 was the bundle also. And I was just wondering how important is that? Because I never heard about it before.
Um, I guess it's all preferences. I don't use the live data. As you can see, I'm doing it with you guys without a live data.
Well,
Tom has
that's all
it,
that is important because you do great. So I'll follow your lead.
but you're more than welcome to pay extra for it. Ertuan doesn't, but I think Josh does. If you guys want to follow Josh, he has live data. I don't have live data. Tom has live data, but when I'm giving you guys numbers, they're not live data. For the person who says that on my trading view, when I add additional indicators, you may need to pay extra. Maybe you have limited indicators. The free one is allows you to have 3 indicators, and I think the essential is how many indicators are essential? Is it 5? I'm
I
not
think it's 5 or 6.
5 or 6. So eCOE 16 PR max. You may need to pay extra. So that Black Friday, which I always tell everybody, buy your trading view every Black Friday because it's either 70 to 80%. Otherwise, you'll be paying like $600. So it's a lot. It's a big difference. And then you could always roll over your unused subscriptions. All right,
I
guys.
just I just noticed that, Miss Mary, that the I buy it every year, and all your months they roll over every single year, so you get a bunch of time.
Yeah, it does. So
It's cool.
yeah, it's really cool. So and it's also cheaper too. Come on, I think it's better to trade smart, right? So save some money. Save so many subscriptions that we gotta pay. The Discord, the trading view. Pretty much it's a lot, right? So yeah, but you know what? You gotta think about this. If you're gonna invest $10 and if it helps you and you make more money, it pays up for itself. You know, it's kind of in a way, it's kind of a good investment. I just don't.
I've been doing it for maybe about 8 months now. I've been trading for 4 or 5 years. I'm successful. Hopefully I can do that live once I sign up live.
Well, if you're trading for 5 years, I think you may have enough experience to start trading. So start small, you know, control your position size and start. If you've been making good money on paper trading, maybe it's time for you to start with your own money because, the chicken, I mean, you're never going to get the chicken, right? Or never going to get the eggs. Well,
All my bad experience.
I understand. I understand. Spice flushing. Nice. But remember, um, I know we've been through it. I'm advocating this because I lost a lot of money following YouTubers. Like literally lost a lot. I mean, in my own way of saying a lot. I'm middle class, so I lost a lot of money on my own way. Okay, I don't know what is a lot for you guys. It's subjective. So I dedicate my time on learning technicals and I stopped following YouTubers except for Josh because he provides technicals. So I got so intrigued by his levels and I'm like, I want to be like that. But it takes time to recover your discipline, to recover your losses because it's like a wound, right? That it's healed, but it's still there. It scarred you. But if you're not going to try, there's no opportunity. If you're always going to be scared that you're always going to be there, you're never going to grow. So I really suggest to start with small position and start from there, right? If we're always afraid, that opportunity will never come, right? They said that if you're in the dark place, you only see dark things. So start being in a dark place and start seeing light things, good things, right? Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. But you know what? Why are you gonna get mad? I mean, there's no reason to get mad. For what, right? We all learning here. Each and every one of you guys, I want you guys to be successful. If I have the time to answer your questions, I will answer for you. If I cannot, then I'll tell you, please wait. I cannot change it because others is trading. So it's just a matter of yes, I could do it or no, I cannot do it. But right now, I'm pretty much flexible. I could be able to do it. Why not, right? So that goes for you, buddy. So don't be afraid to take trades. It's just start small position and start small. Start small. And then the goal is why don't you start taking profit when you see 5 to 7%. But scalping, if you get 10%, that's pretty good. 10 to 12%. Tom got 8%. He got out. So that's okay. So start with that. And if we do SPY, I start with SPY sometimes because it's cheaper and you could actually mostly predict where it's going. But when the market is choppy, that's kind of hard to tell. But I'll tell you guys, this market is choppy. I think we're not going to make money here. And there's days that we cannot make money. But start with SPY. SPY is like what, $200, $100. But if you're trading with me, I prefer to be in the money. And at least 1 day expiration. Whether it is early in the morning, you're more than welcome to do 0 DTE, but it fluctuates. If you are in the money and you have 1 day, at least that theta is a little bit sensitive in a way that you will not lose money when it starts fluctuating. But if you are out of the money and you have 1 day, your theta will eat your premium and it's kind of hard for you to recover your profit if it start going down. So that's just my input on your 0 DTE to 1 day. Yes, a little bit expensive, but you gotta have to pay for it's like quality stuff, right? You gotta have to pay for quality service, so pay for that. Pay for a quality options that will help you at least manage your risk, because your theta will eat your premium if you go sideways. I do have a small, I only take small group for scalping shares and options every Tuesdays. I mean, not Tuesdays, every Saturday for 1 hour. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I apologize about that. My husband kept telling me, go put the Christmas tree, go put the Christmas tree. So I did. But yes, I will go ahead and do that. I promise I'll put it today after I drop this off. And I'll see you guys. I have a power hour today at 3 o'clock. So I'll see you guys there. Hopefully SPY will give us another good trades. If not, we'll go ahead and take a look at QBTX, what's going on with QBTX and a possible RKLX. I still want to do the UNH. You are welcome. Have a great day, guys. Happy trading. It's 11 o'clock. You are welcome. Have a great day, guys. But remember, when you guys have your trades, you guys need to take your lunch and have a break, okay? This being in the screen for too long, it's kind of drains you. So take a deep breath, drink a lot of water, and let's have a positive mindset at 3 o'clock, okay? You guys are welcome. I love you guys. I'll talk to you. I'll see you guys again later. God bless, guys.